Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing out there? This is Rick. For those that don't know, welcome to Hit and Run Candlesticks. I sure appreciate it. On this December 28th, 2022, a Wednesday. Hey, we've only have a couple more days, don't we? And this year's done. I'm looking very forward to that, by the way. I'm kind of excited. I'm really excited for 2023. I think a lot can be put to bed, maybe, for 2022. Okay, what do I have here? Let's see. Today, pending home sales at 10 Eastern. That's about the only newsy thing going on today. Good morning, Carol. Yeah, let's hope so, really. Good morning, Joe, Tom, John. Good morning, everyone. Appreciate you being here. I know there's a lot of folks on vacation right now or just out for the holidays. Good place to be, by the way, I think. So let's see, tomorrow, at 2 p.m. today, 2 p.m. Eastern today, live trading alerts in the live trading alerts education room. Ed will be over there sharing any new updates. Yesterday, I shared an update here about the volume on real intraday time. I think that's pretty cool. I'm still learning how to use that. That's relatively new, so I'm going to be playing with that a little bit. Maybe Ed can share some insight on that. So for those that are day traders or just want intraday time frame, 5 minute, 10 minute, 1 minute, 30 minute, hour, whatever your time frame is. Anyway, 2 p.m. Eastern today in the live trading alerts room. Tomorrow, it looks like we have jobless claims, natural gas report, petroleum status report, Fed balance sheet, that's late in the afternoon, and then Friday, CPI numbers. Here, this is where I'm getting this right here. Chicago PMI numbers, not CPI, PMI, excuse me, right in here. So a little important page that you might like to go see. Members, you know how to get to it. If you don't, please shout out, and I will be glad to share that with you after the market opens, or maybe when I'm finished with this part of the morning anyway. So I'm going to close that down now. What else do we have? Oh, yesterday we talked about Etsy being a short here, and the this chart right here, this what I call a dark chart. If you already use a black background, then that's great. For those that can put up the trendicator, and it's the red and the green dots here, and the white line, that's the T line, the 8 exponential moving average. I think that just gives you a absolute view of how to trade a particular stock. I love stock picking. I love looking at charts. It has been over the years, I have, that's probably one of my most favorite things to do, is to just go through charts and try to figure out the direction, what price action is going to do. I love doing that. Anyway, I look at this and I see the red dots start to show up. I see the T line coming back below. Well, that's spelling a pullback. And all charts pull back. I don't care how bullish they are. I don't care how to the moon they go. They all pull back. Some more than others. Some just little dips. That's cool. But they all pull back. So we were looking at this yesterday, and I posted it out on the members app that it looks like we're headed to the 50-period moving average. I use moving averages an awful lot, and that's, to me, a stair step. It could certainly go lower. To tell you the truth, I see a little low right in here. What is this? Back in November. So we could sneak below that 50-period moving average. We could even go lower. But let's climb down that mountain one rock at a time. Right now, the 50-period moving average is the next rock right here, about 11:15.80. So far that short call is working so far. All right, let's take a look at the market here. And let's come over here. There's the dark chart. So what does it tell you? It tells you it's down. Now this is a daily chart. You can move this into intraday if you want to look at that intraday and trade from that intraday. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And you can do this for any chart that you want. So let's back this down to, let's just go to an hourly. And you can see here there's no real, what are we going to do? You know, you're going to trade long, trade short. You know, you can go to the price action itself and see the price action, how you might trade that. If we go down to a 30-minute, we're starting to flatten out right here. You can see where the 30-minute, we started a trend right in here, had a little pullback here, and that trend continued. Overall, the trend really is still kind of up, but I sure would hate to bet my life on that right there. Here's the 15-minute, and you can see the 15-minute how it rallies up, dips, rallies up, dips, rallies up, more than a little bit of a dip, tries to rally, and what are we doing? It kind of looks like we're moving down. So, excuse me, until the SPY can give us something nice and bullish, I'm afraid the SPY is still bearish. And this is one of the most easiest charts to look at. You can do this on the weekly chart too. You can look at that. You can see that the weekly is now bearish. Well, actually, it's been bearish to the downside. But we've gone from a slight little bullish lift to a pullback here. So this is just a great chart to start with. When you're looking at a chart, trying to make that decision on one of your decisions, it's also a great chart to start your morning off with. At lunchtime, take a look at this chart. Kind of revamp yourself. Go have your peanut butter jelly sandwich and ham sandwich or whatever you're going to have for lunch. Come back and sit down, take a breath, and pull this chart up right here. Just simple. Forget price action. Don't look at it. Just take a look at this chart and kind of bring yourself back to what you're looking at. Maybe you're focused on the cues. You can we go back to the daily. Focused on the cues, maybe. Maybe you're focused on SQQQ for a long. Isn't that what that's telling you right now? Telling you that SQQQ is trending. Now, from here, you take the trend and then you put it into your toolkit for where to enter. And that's not going to be a morning thing right now. That's part of your entry toolkit. How are you gonna look at that for an entry? But you can't deny that it's trending. I mean, it's no one in the world can deny that that's trending. Just like you can't deny that it's trending here. Right here is moving down. Right here is moving up. Pretty simple. Really, really is. Okay, I better go look at. I've got 3 charts I want to share with you today. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at some pinball setups because I noticed that some of them are popping up. Now, first I want to go look at the market here. We take a look at the market, and if we get some sort of a rally up, that's going to be helpful for the pinball setup. The pinball setup is a bullish move. It is a bullish move. We entered one yesterday. We entered a stock trade yesterday that was a pinball setup, and we'll talk more about that one today, and we'll follow it. So what we're looking for, again, it would be very helpful if the market itself pushed up a little bit, but I'm not going to necessarily bet on that. Just not going to bet on that right now. That doesn't mean that there's not some trades out there that can be traded to the upside. The pinball setup is my version of bottom picking. I can't pick bottom. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, I don't do bottom picking very well. It just doesn't work out for me. And what I mean by bottom picking is trying to find that bottom right there. Maybe even this candle right here. I just can't do that. Hey, here's a doji. Yahoo, let's buy it. Yeah, that just never works out for me. So what I like is using the T line. This is this black line. Is when price rolls over the T line, just like it did here, and we have a space or a stretch to the 34 EMA. And that's all I'm looking for is a bounce from the one moving average to another moving average up here. And you can see that this has been a pinball setup all through here, could have been bought. And I'm looking at it today, not necessarily to buy it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my live trading alerts watch list, and I'm going to wait to be alerted. I've really got no desire to be a buyer at some sneaky, super duper entry. I just have a desire to buy it when it's acting like or looking like it's ready to break out. Of this red line would be a good spot. Over 865 would be a good spot. And then what I'm doing is looking for a 12% or so move up to that 34 EMA. Here's another one, VTNR. This one here, we're looking at about an 8%, maybe 9%. Another thing about these is a lot of times it'll really come together, and what'll happen is we'll stall. There's always a little bit of a stall at the 34. That's this line right here. Well, then what happens, we get the breakthrough, and you've got the 50 period moving average up here. So now what we're looking at is from the T line up to the 50 period moving average is 21 or so percent. All right. So if you just cleared half that at 690 or the 34, you took your money, half your money off, or some of your money off, or closed it out, let it reset, we still have that move up to the 50 period moving average. The pinball setup has been over the years a nice way to trade off that bottom. WTI is another one. This is one I'm putting on that watch list and just waiting for it. This one, we have what I'm going to look at as a double bottom here. We've got a double bottom. About all I can really give it. I could also give this actually a bullish W pattern maybe. I'm going to go right here and get my little pen out. So if we draw a line from these highs to this low, to that high right there, and to this low, we could lift up here, and we get through $6.12. Now that's awful close to the 34. It is. There's not much money there, but the 50 period moving average as a target makes up for it. So let's see what this does price-wise. If it starts to open up, cheap enough, if we can get it, that's an 8-9% move. That may not sound exciting because everybody hears people making these 30, 40, 50, 60% moves. Just take some time today and do the arithmetic. Just do the arithmetic. And I think you'll be amazed on what 8, 9, 10% can do for you. I think you'll be truly amazed. All right, so where am I? That's actually all I have here. One more look at the SPY. Still nothing. Price is under the T-line. Long as price stays under the T-line, I'm afraid this market's just going to be sort of limpy. Limpy. That's going to be a good word for it. Limpy. Nothing going here. I was asked a couple times yesterday about, what do I think about the market going lower? And, the truth of it is I can't predict what the hell the market's going to do. I can't tell you. I can't tell anybody what the market is going to do. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. It's going to go sideways. You know, everybody's talking about the recession. I can't tell you what the market's going to do in a recession. All we can do is follow the trend. And if you can hear me, then if you trade fundamentals, you're listening to the wrong guy. If you want to follow the trend, if you want price action, if you want chart setups, swing trade, things like that, hope you listen in. This chart right here, everybody should have this chart on your chart. A black background, I think it just works out really, really nice. Trendicator, this is TC2000 that I'm using. Trendicator, where you can get the red and green dots, and then I use white. Yellow would work really nice with this as well. You can clearly see the trend. Clearly see the trend. Anyway, we'll see you all back here in about 20 minutes, and we'll kick this market off. Let's see what we've got going on. Hope everyone enjoys today, and we'll see you. Take care. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you listening in.